I chose to do my final project for Written Communications 2 on the show called On My Block, produced by Netflix, and it was directed by Eddie Gonzalez. My professor is Angelique Medveski. Hey guys, it's Jasmine. So this past weekend I watched the entire series on Netflix called On My Block. This series takes place in Free Ridge, a town in South Central Los Angeles. On My Block follows a group of 5 teenagers as they make their way through high school. The audience gets to watch the ups and downs of life in a poor Los Angeles town. The squad learns how to depend on one another in order to stay off the streets. On My Block offers an accurate look into the struggles of growing up in an area where poverty is the majority. I just wanted to go over the characters. So Montse is a mixed girl who never knew her mom. She struggles because her dad is always on the road truck driving. Montse's good morals make her out to be the protagonist. When her and Caesar start dating, she takes it upon herself to try and save him and steer him in the right direction. Caesar has a long history of family members in the Santos gang where he goes to high school. When he goes to high school, his brother Mario, who is freshly out of jail, attempts to enlist him into the Santos gang. Caesar is a kind-hearted kid who really cares about Montse and hopes to be an architect one day. Jamal is a young black boy who is trying to live in the footsteps of his father's football career. Jamal is terrified of playing football and hates going to practice, but he wants to be there and not let his dad down. His real passion is theater. Jamal's character plays a huge role because letting down your parents is extremely frightening. When he finally summons up the courage to tell his parents, they are not mad and they support him. His courage sets a great example for kids to do what they're really passionate about. Rudy comes from a very rich Mexican culture where family means everything. He wants to reinvent himself going into high school so he can get all the girls, but he finds it difficult when he's forced to share a room with his grandmother. However, when a beautiful girl named Olivia moves in with him, we really get to see his caring traits. Olivia moves in with Rudy when her parents get deported back to Mexico, and she finds it very difficult to adjust to her new school and living in a home without her parents. However, she finds comfort with Rudy's assistance. Some major themes that you'll find throughout the show would be friendship, gang-related violence, and family struggles. Throughout the show, the friends sometimes keep secrets from each other, but they always end up finding their way back. When Olivia turns 15, she's really sad that her parents won't be there for her quinceañera because they had talked about it ever since she was a little girl, and they practiced dancing and discussing what kind of dress she would wear. So when she has no contact with her family, she starts crying and she doesn't even want to have a quinceañera. So Montse, Ruben, Jamal, and Caesar take it upon themselves to give her the quinceañera she's always dreamed of. They plan the party and the music, and they practice dancing, and when the night finally comes around, Rudy actually surprises her with a FaceTime call from her parents because he sent down a phone to Mexico so that they could FaceTime their daughter on her birthday, and she's super overwhelmed with love for Rudy at that point. Another thing is that all of the friends try to save Caesar from enlisting in the gang and before he murders somebody. They all search for a town legend called Roller World where the myth is that there is like $250,000 buried somewhere in Free Ridge. So they follow a list of clues looking for the money, and I'll let you figure out if they find it when you watch it. Another thing that I think is really, like, we can see in today's culture is gang-related violence. Now, the kids mentioned that when they were younger on Halloween, they actually witnessed a drive-by. So every year after that, they always stay inside the house on Halloween and just watch scary movies because their neighborhood isn't safe to go trick-or-treating in. Caesar's family is all part of the gang. His brothers, his father, his grandparents before that. So when he starts becoming a man, they want to enlist him, and he gets involved with drugs, stolen money, stolen cars, and his friends don't want him to continue on that path. Another thing is family struggles. So Montse never knew her mother. When she was about 2 years old, her mom ran away and left her and her dad to fend for themselves. So Montse struggles with not having a female role model to look up to. So when Olivia finally moves to Free Ridge and has no friends, it's really nice to see the bond that they make with each other, because Olivia feels very left out and doesn't know where to turn, and Montse has never had a good girlfriend to turn to, so they feel really comfortable talking to each other. I made a really good personal connection with Montse when we learned that her dad was a truck driver, because my stepdad is actually a truck driver, and I totally understand how hard it is to fend for yourself at home. And even when I'm watching all of my sisters and my mom's not there, and I'm trying to make food or do laundry or keep up with household chores, I understand how difficult it is. And you can see how she really relies on her friends to keep her sane and make sure that she's doing well. I would recommend this show to anybody over the age of 13 who's looking for a good show to binge watch. I wouldn't allow my younger siblings to watch it because there were some pretty mature ideas and some graphic content in it. However, it was super duper funny, and it's great to start watching with your friends so that you guys can all talk about it and discuss the different things that happened. There are some really good cliffhangers too, when Caesar is being forced to go into this bathroom and try and shoot down Latrell. You're sitting on the edge of your seat because you're really hoping that Montse can figure out what she's gonna do in order to help. Overall, I would say that the main theme of On My Block is that although times are tough, true friends will help you get through anything. And I think this show really proves that when Caesar is being sent down the wrong path and his friends do everything that they're capable of in order to help him. So it's been a very long day and I just got home, but as I was driving home I was thinking about it, and I figured that I would go ahead and show the trailer in my video so that you guys could put a face to the name.
High school is the foundation for the rest of your life. There's only one chance at first impression. It's to work hard. Put your heart out there. And don't go into high school without backup. You need to stick together to survive. Right? One last thing. Don't bum Montse.
High school is an op for reinvention. Goodbye romance, hello trauma. Bitches be bonkers.
And my old friends couldn't keep up. I'm not doing no shots, but I'ma show you my guns. I'ma take my chance.
Loyalty trumps victory, compadre.
I'ma scream it to the top of my lungs.
Damn, Ruby, I see you, and I'm down with it. I like the freaky.
Old friends are turning to strangers. Ex-lovers mad that I'm famous. They see the picture I painted. I've been going through changes.
What happened with sticking together? You don't understand. This
destiny. Let's do it.
Caesar, no! How are we gonna survive high school?
I've been going through changes.
Can you please break down what's going on?
It's complicated. We're dysfunctional.
Understatement.
We don't need to look. It's Brentwood. Nothing bad happened to you.
How about OJ? No offense, Jamal. No, I'm good. We don't blame him.